First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Rakwakadash, double members to the apostles of GMS and elders, and big shout out to all you Akim faithfully following this word. Just a quick reading from Judges chapter 2. And the angel of the Lord came from Gilgal to Bochim. It was an Israelite camp, dwelling place of the prophets of northern Israel. Another place, and said, I made you go up out of Egypt, and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. So this angel was talking for Yahweh. And ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land, and ye shall throw down their altars, but have you not obeyed my voice? Why have you done this? Wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your side, and their God shall be a snare unto you. And it came to pass, when the angel of the Lord had spake these words unto all the children of Israel, that the people lifted up their voice and wept, and they called the name of the place Bochim, and they sacrificed there unto the Lord. And when Joshua had let the people go, the children of Israel went every man unto his inheritance to possess the land. And the people served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders that outlived Joshua, who had seen all the great works of the Lord that he did for Israel. And Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died, being 110 years old, and they buried him in the border of his inheritance in Timnath-Heres in the Mount Ephraim. So this is near the Ephraimites, on the north side of the hill, Gash. And unto all of the generations that were gathered unto the fathers. So you gathered unto your father, even when you die, that's a big something to say. Even when you die, you're sorted out back into your tribe, into your nation. And there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Lord, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and served Baalim. So that is basically saying that, they say that after 2 or 3 generations you come back. But yeah, even when you go, you're sorted into the house of your fathers, and the prophecy of the Lord now is coming true. That was revealed from the angel, because the children, the next generation, started to do badly, and they forsook the Lord. Verse 12, and they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger. And they forsook the Lord, and served Baal and Asheroth, some false god, some stupid shit. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. Let's look at that word, hot, kindled, and furious, burned, angry, kindled. And he delivered them unto the hands of spoilers, as people come take your shit, man, plunder, to take spoil, that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies round and about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies. Because when he says sold them, he's like, sell them out. Yeah. He does like tell everybody their weaknesses, so, because basically what's interesting is that their enemies were, you got national enemies, you got people around you who may be working together with you in society, but actually are your spiritual national enemies. Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil. Everywhere they went, everything fucked up for them. Excuse my language. And the Lord had said, as the Lord had said, and as Yahweh had sworn unto them, and they were greatly distressed. Nevertheless, Yahweh raised up judges. Let's see judges now. So just to keep it, he said he did as he's prophesied, but he then gave them the way out. This is continually happening for Israel, which delivered them out of the hand of those that spoiled them. See that note there. And when they would not hearken unto their judges, but went whoring after other gods and bowed themselves. So it's really interesting because it's really interesting that when you this idea of fornication and whoring, spiritual whoring is like sleeping around. Do you know what I mean? Sleeping around and spiritual whoring are somewhat the same, because even when you have sex, there's a kind of a mingling of spirits, so it's kind of the same thing. And bowed themselves unto them, they turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in, obeying the commandments of Yahweh, but they did not so. And when Yahweh raised them up judges, and then Yahweh was the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the Lord, all the days of the judge, for it repented Yahweh because of their groanings by reason of them that oppressed them and vexed them. And it came to pass, when the judge was dead, that they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers in following other gods to serve them and to bow down unto them. They ceased not from their doings, nor from their stubborn way. Look at these notes. And the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel, and he said, because that these people have transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice. You know what's interesting about that is that he's basically saying that it's another point to reincarnation, because they make it quite clear that even though reincarnation exists, these were not the same people. These were not the same people that had died and come around again and then decided to transgress the law. No, the first generation served the Lord Yahweh perfectly throughout their lifetimes, and then the second generation that came across, which were not the same people, because it said arose another generation. So those first set of people who served the Lord faithfully were gathered to their fathers, ready to come out again, and a few generations down the line, these other people were not the same people. It's very clear. Because these people, these different lots. A swarm of locusts, it's funny, this bunch, this lot, this rabble scrabble. This people have transgressed my covenant, which I have commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice. 21. I will also not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died. See, they, again, very clear, it's not the same lot. That through them I may prove Israel, whether they keep the way of Yahweh to walk therein as their fathers did, or not. So this way, when he's saying prove, he's talking about prove. It's in, when you prove steel in the fire. Let's check that out. When you make it, you burn off the impurities, basically. So he's saying prove Israel. He's going to burn off all the bullshit people in Israel. Let's see. To test, to prove, to test. No, I don't believe that's the right interpretation. When he says prove, he can say to test. Yeah, maybe it is to test Israel and the way of the Lord, but also it's like proving in the fire. Therefore the Lord hath blessed.